So first, I would just start with obviously third year of the Fly now, and your third as a head coach. But although a slightly new role this year, how are you looking forward to the Fly 2023?
Very, very excited. I've enjoyed the last 2 years, um, having some success, and look, just yeah, absolutely excited, especially to be working with Andy. I think I've lucked out in assistant coaches there, so looking forward to working with him and seeing what we can achieve together.
How much did you enjoy last year bringing that all together for getting the win?
I think I still smile about it. It was I think I'm more happy just about how we had a lot of returning players, and we really had a good togetherness. And I think not having won all our games and having been put up for a fight, I think it just made the victory in the final a bit more sweeter.
I think, as I say, the squads were a little bit different, but it still seemed that a lot of the work that you did in the first year carried through into the second year and paid off for getting that little bit extra than you had in the first year.
I think when I said to the players at the beginning from last year was we had players that believed in myself, and they bought into it, and they really brought in an ethos of, right, we're going to work hard, we'll start from defence and work backwards, or work forwards even, and that really set the tone for all the new players to come in, and each player did their job.
When you move from last year into this year, can a lot of the things that you did back then with the women's team still be carried over into the men's? Can you take some of the things that you did then through to the men, or are you looking at it from a little bit of a different angle?
I think hopefully I take the success. I'd also like to take the success with me over. I think just that my coaching philosophy of having the backs of the players and then making their decisions and backing themselves will come through. And as I said, having Handy in place who's been coaching GB, there's so much more stuff at a higher level that I probably haven't even considered. So I look forward to sitting down and researching what we can do to be successful.
As you coming from someone who's, from a playing point of view, played lots of box, played international box, again, Andy Downing, someone with a very heavy box focus, and then the way the game's set up, is there a lot that you can, how close do you see it being a mix of box and field or something completely different? Like what angle do you see on it from that men's side?
I'm not going to give away too many tactics. We'll be one of the most prepared teams, I reckon. We've identified the types of players we want to bring in, and as I think I put in a post a while ago, we're not here just to take part; we're here to take over. So teams should just watch out.
Did you get a chance to watch much of the men's when you were there, or were you too focused women's side, or did you get a chance to have a look at it?
I watched some of the forged players because I see both the men's and the women's as one big club, lacrosse club, rather than just separate entities. So I did get to watch some in particular last year, and spoke a lot around with the forged coaches as well, and built up some new relationships there. And it is an exciting process, and I can't wait for the tournament.
You said there that when you get to that selection phase, player selection, what are the qualities or the attributes that you'll be looking for to pick a player? What are the kind of things off field or on the field that you'll be looking for in a player?
I think in off field wise, I'd probably be looking for someone who is open minded, willing to build a togetherness and not be someone who, as I call, someone on an island. Someone who just wants to help build a socializing side, build a togetherness. And in terms of as a player, I would say definitely someone who, as probably to coin a Syracuse phrase, who's got head, heart, and hustle. Things for the team, puts themselves in to help and build up that team and support. I think is key for us to be successful.
And in terms of putting your team together, you've already got your icon player, Tom Roach. Again, I'm assuming somebody that you know well in those box circles, and somebody who I'm sure you know the skills that he'll bring to the team.
Absolutely, I think every team Roach has been on, he's been influential, and the fact he's put himself through a serious recovery phase just to get back on the fields, I think is a measure of the man himself. Like he'll come and bring it, and he'll be a type of player that we want and will be key to us.
Would you say again as a type of player who probably matches, you're thinking of the way you want to set up a team, somebody, who embodies the values that you guys have as well when you're sort of leading the team?
Absolutely, yeah. And like everywhere you go, everyone speaks highly of Rochi. So they're the types of players that are highly respected, work hard, and will lead from the front.
What are you looking most forward to about this next year? Is it about having a little bit of a change? Because from a personal point of view, this gives you a chance to, build some more coaching skills, show people what you can do again at a different, different format, same format, but on a different set of skills.
Yeah, I'm excited about the players we get drafted and kind of building a professional relationship with them. Most of my coaching is trying to make them successful, and I find myself more success based off their successes. So that's one thing I'm excited about. I'm also excited about kind of tussling with some of the other coaches, a bit of mind games. I know I had a bit last year at Raj Rout on the sideline, which was very funny. But I think just trying to outwit those coaches and seeing what else we can develop in the game.
Yeah, it's the sort of environment that encircles, when you get all the teams there together and all the players, it kind of it's a very sort of probably intense atmosphere, something that you've seen at like a World Champs as well, where you've got all the other teams watching and walking around, and it creates a real environment that players kind of want to succeed, not only for themselves but because everybody else is there with them at the same time.
Absolutely, and we look forward to having a crowd at the new venue as well, which is going to be exciting.
And again, with this year, sort of the way with 3 different weekends, it gives you a little bit more time to work between matches on development and sort of looking back at what happened before. Because did you the years previous, the games came quite quick and fast, and there was possibly not much time to do too much radical reflection. But this year, you've got some nice breaks between the weekends to have a good look at assessing things and work things out for the next week.
Yeah, I absolutely totally agree. Last year we had to do team meetings and team practices. One was in a car park, one was in a small patch of grass, and the other one was in one of the rooms. But I think it was just too comfortable. Some of the players fell asleep halfway through. I'm going to put that down to the temperature of the warmth of the room rather than my boring voice. But yeah, absolutely having the time and space and giving people time to reflect on their own performances will be key.
Finally, I suppose taking the number 1 spot last year, I'm sure you're looking to get that spot again. That's your goal for this year again.
Absolutely. As much as I love everyone to be successful, it's a competitive sport, and I'm looking to be. Me and Andy are definitely looking for that number 1 spot.